Floor name girl. Am I right? 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 Floor name girl? Is that you, floor name girl? Is that you? Floor name girl, is that you out there? Who is that? Oh, Rogie thinks I'm talking to him. He's like, hey, it's Nick. Nick, you beat floor name girl. Way to go, buddy. Nobody beats floor name girl, bro. Nobody beats floor name girl. I see them digits dropping. What, son? Does that mean you shared this already? You guys just drop digits? Hey, Enoch, what's up, man? What's up, Enoch and Nick? Two of my favorite people in the whole world are here. What's up, guys? How's it going? I just cooked a Jack Daniels tri-tip. And, you know, the first few I cooked, not so good. This one, I did it right. I did it for 20 minutes, flipped it over, 35 minutes at 325. The first 20 was at 375. Lowered it to 325. Oh my God, dude, it didn't burn off all of the Jack Daniels seasoning. So you can literally taste the fucking Jack Daniels in the meat. And it is so goddamn good. It is so goddamn good. I had just a little bit. Rogie had a little bit. Rogie ran away tonight. He ran away and he came back. Took off for like, he was gone for about an hour, man. But he came back. I was about to go get him. I was calling for him and shit. I was about to hop on the quad and he came running up. We up in this batch. Oh, it's so delish. It is so delish, Nick. I can't even, you know, because like I said, the first two, they kind of tasted more like hot dog meat. And I was like, man, this isn't really good tri-tip. This is not a quality piece of meat. And it was just that I was overcooking all of the Jack Daniels out of it. That's what I was doing. And it makes all the difference, man. That Jack Daniels makes it doesn't taste like a hot dog anymore. Fucking tastes like Jack Daniels, man. And it's good. It's, oh, man. Detroit, what's up, son? Detroit Dabber, I guess we better dab, because the Dabber is here. The Dabber is here. The Dabber is here. The Dabber is here. I was just watching Better Call Saul. They don't have the 5th season up yet. I haven't seen the 5th season yet. I was watching the 4th season, just catching up. But, whatever. I get a free Netflix. Now, I don't like Netflix, right? I don't want to give them any fucking money. But Netflix is free with the goddamn Crypto.com credit card. So tonight I wanted to see The Joker, The Dark Knight. And I was looking on the internet, and the only place that said they had it was Netflix. And I was like, oh, Netflix. I was like, well, I get a free Netflix subscription with my Crypto.com card. It's fucking free, right? I'm not paying them any fucking money. So I might as well see, right? So I use my Crypto.com card. Yeah, man, it's fucking free. You get HD, the middle. You've got low grade, medium grade, and high grade. You can get the medium grade, which is 1080p streaming service. Fucking $14 a month is what it costs, or $15 a month. Fucking Crypto.com pays for it, just for having the card. Unlimited. And so I'll never have to pay for it. So I went ahead and I did it. I went to go watch The Dark Knight, and fucking Netflix didn't have it. And I'm like, why the fuck are you advertising that shit on Google that you got it just to trick someone like me into getting your service? Now I got your service and you don't have the movie I wanted. I was like, I'll go watch some Better Call Saul because I missed that. You know? Because not having Netflix, I haven't been able to watch Better Call Saul. Anyway, whatever. Let's do a dab. I don't know how fucked up I want to get. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isn't just for all. Cheers to everybody. All right. Cheers, guys. Right on, Nick. That sounds good. Couldn't see there for a second. Oh, my eyes were closed. Huh. Hey, everybody. What's up? You guys want a show? Want a show? You guys want my opinion on something? Anything going on in the news? Hey, Bob Scuba Cook's here, everybody. Bob Scuba Cook. Anything going on in the news you guys want me to cover? Here, I'll pull up Associated Press website. More than 45 dead after Ida's remnants blindside Northeast. That's 45 victims of fucking climate change. Add 45 more to the toll. Florida governor appeals ruling on masks in schools. Fucking Dick Santis. Ex-prosecutor indicted for misconduct in Ahmaud Arbery death. Savannah, Georgia. Yesterday. A former Georgia prosecutor was indicted Thursday on misconduct charges, alleging she used her position to shield the men who chased and killed Ahmaud Arbery from being charged with crimes immediately after the shootings. Can you believe that woman? There's a video of that. He was jogging down the street and they shot him from a fucking pickup truck. Murdered that guy in cold blood. They haven't even fucking gone to trial yet for this shit, these fucking murderers. Follow me, please, for 20 followers. Ollie... Is it Ollie Mekki? What do you mean, follow me, please, for 20 followers? What do you mean, follow me, please, for 20 followers? What does that mean, exactly? You have 19 followers and you need a 20th? Is that what you're saying? So you can get 20 followers total? You're trying to get 20 followers. What kind of content do you produce, Allie? on Trovo. That's a real good conversation I had with them, huh? The guy was unarmed, jogging down the street. They pulled up in a pickup truck, and they just shot him and killed him in Georgia. You guys remember this? And the Georgia the prosecutor from Georgia, the state prosecutor, used her position to shield the men who chased him down and murdered him. You know, Jackie Johnson, I'm assuming this is a picture of her wearing sunglasses. Why do they have a picture of her wearing sunglasses? I want to see her fucking face. Let's see a picture of Jackie Johnson. Jackie Johnson, District Attorney, Georgia District Attorney. Let me get you guys a photograph. See what this cunt looks like. Photo of Jackie Johnson, Georgia State Attorney. You guys want to see what a cunt looks like? You guys want to see what a fucking dumb cunt bitch looks like? They've tried to remove all images of her off the internet. But they weren't successful. Here she is right here. Familiarize yourselves with her face. You know? So you know who the fuck she is. A father and a son were driving a pickup truck down the road, saw a black man jogging through their neighborhood, pulled out rifles and murdered this man. This dumb cunt used her position as the Georgia state prosecutor to shield them from being charged with murder. And she just got found guilty. Oh, Oh, did I not tell you? Guilty cunt. Yeah, they found her guilty. I don't know what the penalty is for that, but she should be charged and found guilty of fucking assisting murder. You know? She should be charged with the same thing. Those two guys, she's a conspirator. She's a conspirator. Why isn't she charged with conspiracy to commit murder? After the fact. I'm sure that's a goddamn charge. She is a conspirator. Why is she only being charged with abusing her position of power? Are you fucking kidding me? This is the picture that the AP wants to show. Yeah, the picture they show of her is her wearing a hat and glasses. No, I want you guys to see her fucking dumb cunt face so you know who she is. AGC! What? Mate? I'm using the cunt word. It brought my Aussie mate here. He heard me saying cunt. He said, who's the cunt, mate? This bitch cunt put her in general population when she goes to prison. There's another picture of her. The frowning fucking bitch. I'd like to trip her and make her fall over. You know? I'd like to walk up behind her while she's walking down the street and fucking knock one foot behind the other and watch her just fucking trip and fall. Bald ass bitch. Yeah, man, she might have a hair issue up there. There might be something going on up there. Let me close this out. Oops. Nope, not that. This one. There we go. Dude, Bitcoin just fucking jumped massively. You guys look at that. When we started, it was at 49.1. Right before the show, I was watching it at 48.9. And I was like, oh man, look at that. I'm so glad I went live, man. You guys should see this shit. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at that right there. Here. Let me zoom in on that spike up right there for you. Look at all that green volume, guys. What the fuck? Something's going on. We're about to shoot right through 50,000, guys. I think we're going to jump $500 again. What do you guys think? You think we're going to do it live and bust 50,000 again? What do you guys think? What are we going to do? Lemon, what's up, buddy? Chip, what's up? You could feel a riot. I'll tell you, Chip. Alex, yo. Her penguin drowns in her bathtub. Lemon, bald ass bitch. I want to read all of your comments, guys. If you feel like I'm missing out on you, let me know. Leave a thumbs up on the stream. It helps. Also share if you haven't. Thanks, Trendy Nick. We don't know what the penalty is, and I don't know why the charge is so fucking lame. Misconduct charges. What about conspiracy to commit murder? Let's tweet that out. Man, I wish I could record. I guess I can't do it. That guy's name was Ahmed Arbery. All right, I tweeted it. I said, I'm at Nay's Garden on Twitter, for those of you who have Twitter and you want to go retweet me. I said, why not conspiracy to commit murder after the fact? What a friggin' joke. She helped murder Ahmed Arbery. Ahmed Arbery. These two hillbillies were out looking for a reason to be stupid, trending it. Chip, at Chip. Right, season. Man, AGC, I'm doing really good. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're still here, bro. Leave a thumbs up on this, because I want to do some dabs with you. Yeah, I got a, not that you have time, but I've got a Discord server now. It's at Nays Garden /17, at Nays Garden #1766. Oh, Alex Cerna, it's my pleasure to bring you news. I wish I had more people like you that were interested in what I had to share. They are garbage, says Chip. This victimizing criminal shit has gotten nuts. No thanks to Al Sharpton. Victimizing criminal shit. They are garbage. Who's they, Chip? You heard this crazy COVID lockdowns, Australia's... Yeah, AGC. Fucking... Dude, it's like Nazi Germany on steroids over there. It's fucking crazy. 1,000 deaths total nationwide, and Melbourne has been in lockdown for 200 days. Wow, dude. How the fuck are people getting it if it's all locked down? That's what I don't understand. Who are the people that are spreading it if it's all locked down? You know? It doesn't seem to be working. It's bad. God, I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sorry, man. That fucking sucks. Why is Australia okay with the insanity? They're not okay with it. I don't think anybody's okay with it. It's beyond it's beyond you know, martial law. It's I don't know, man. People today, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm fucking speechless right now. I'd love to talk about this, and I'm fucking speechless. And it's not because I'm scared to talk about it. It's because I am ill-equipped to have this conversation, man. We've never fucking been here before with Australia. I always looked at Australia like I look at the UK, Canada. You know, any country where people can move around freely, regardless of what the situation is in that specific country at that time. Try to catch you when I can. Chris Williams, what's up? Thank you for joining the show. I can't legally go beyond 5 kilometers from my home. Oh, that's the law, right? But I guess people are having fucking shrimps on the Barbies and shit, huh, bro? They're still spreading it around? I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Does this need to be... Yeah, it does. Hey, you guys that just went to Twitter and retweeted me and liked my tweet, thank you so much for doing that. I love you guys for doing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't legally go beyond 5. Okay, honestly, they want to impose these laws here in America, and it seems to be coming sooner than later. Good evening. Hey, AK Master. Hitler was fighting communism. Churchill got us into the war. All for the Jews. Please have the CDC. Dual citizen. Hey, Lemon. Maybe you should take that ship. You know what? Lemon, I got a place where I think you should go. All right? I got a place where I think you'd be very comfortable. And you probably already know about it. But I think you should go check it out anyway. It's called, well, I forgot the name. Uh, where is Jay Danks when we need him? You guys, what's the name of the service Jay Danks came over from? And it's not Trovo. No, this guy's past Trovo. He needs to go over there. Isn't this funny? I can't remember the name of the service. Oh, it has something to do with cyber shit. It's like bit, you know, something like that. It's a name like that, like something to do with crypto. What's it called, guys? Nobody knows. Vaccine passports? Hey man, I don't have a problem with vaccine passports. That's nothing. What they're AGC, they fucking locked you down. There's roadblocks in the streets. And you're worried about a piece of paper that says you got vaccinated so you could get on an airplane? Or are you talking about driving your car and you can't drive your car without a vaccine passport? It's worth it. You guys can fucking restrict all the freedoms that you want over there in Australia. This pandemic is not going to go away. And people that come into that country, it's going to find its way back in. It's there. It's waiting. It's not going away. And if anybody could prove that it worked, it would be New Zealand, and they can't even stop it. And look at New Zealand, bro. Oh, they're going to be for grocery markets. Vaccine passports to get into a grocery market. How do I feel about that? I guess that guy left that said that shit. This shit ain't stopping. Well, let me tell you, Chip. I would say if people had the sense of responsibility that people had in the 1800s and the early 1900s, when a disease broke out, people went and got vaccinated, man. People didn't question it. And we stopped the viruses with vaccinations. We can't do it because people today think they're smarter and they're actually dumber. You know, people that refuse to get vaccinated are dumb. All you got to do is research the numbers and you'll find out your chance of dying from it is, it's not even perceivable on a chart. Your chance of dying from a COVID vaccination. So take that risk away and then talk about people who get sick from getting the vaccine. And there are people who get sick from getting vaccinated. Absolutely. And you can figure that in. You might be one of those people. Chances are you're not, but you might have, you know, maybe a headache, maybe some slight flu symptoms. Want daddy government? Well, Chip, a lot of us just don't want the goddamn virus running around anymore. We're sick of this shit. Nick says, when you're directly affected by COVID, your thoughts will change. Social media has played a huge role in the anti-vax population, in my opinion. Don't yell at me. social media and podcasters like Candace Owen, Ben Shapiro, Tim Pool, who are always crying out their little cunt holes about freedom and your freedom's being taken away and your freedom's being taken away. I'm saying, if all these people had just gone and got vaccinated, Australia wouldn't be where they are, and we wouldn't be headed where they are now, towards that same direction. If everyone just put on their adult pants and took off their fucking diapers, went and got their children's vaccinated, and everybody went and got vaccinated, we would have been done with this shit. We could have done this shit as soon as those vaccines came out. We made our decisions. We were pretty stubborn. When 50% of a crew on a ship refuses to do their work, let's say you got 10 guys rowing on one side and 10 guys up rowing on the other, and 10 on one side decide they're not going to row anymore. Then they just spin around in circles, and that's all they can do. And I don't care if it's 10 people. I don't care if it's 150 million Americans on one side and 150 million Americans on the other. When those 150 million Americans stop rowing, those people are just spinning in circles too, and everybody's suffering. Let me go get my phone, because I texted Mark earlier, and I just want to see if that was him texting me back. He lost his phone. He lost his phone. He doesn't even know who I am. Texting him right now. Hey, Greg Rafferty, what's up? If it was such a great explanation, why are people leaving? Right, Nick? If this show is so good and I make so much sense, why do these people leave? You know that one guy came in talking so much shit. I tried to remember the name of that goddamn... You're not anti-vax, you're pro-choice when it comes to Moderna, Pfizer, etc. These private profit-driven companies have been convicted in court and fined billions over the years. I don't trust them. I got mine, dude. Moderna. Right here, bro. Moderna. Hey, man. Nick Brown got Johnson & Johnson, bro. Dude, we got Trendy's got all kinds of vaxes. You know, you don't have to trust the company, AGC. Just trust the numbers, okay? It's almost like you're not looking at the numbers of what's going on. Oh, I thought you got Johnson. My bad. You got Moderna. Karen got the Johnson & Johnson. The big problem here is the assumption of the unvaxxed are the big bad soldiers and the unnecessary lockdowns. More problems. Well, yeah, Chip, because of variants, man. You can't stop these variants. If we weren't doing what we're doing right now, think how bad it would be. And if Australia wasn't doing what they were doing right now with lockdowns, where would they be right now? AGC, where would your country be right now if everybody could just run around and party? You know, like it's fucking Miami. Like it's Miami Vice, 1993. resigning today over the booster shot. No, AK Master, what's that all about? Why isn't that in the news anywhere? You got a link to it? Is the mainstream media not reporting on this? Here, I'll just Google it. All right. FDA nations. Mess for administration. You're right. Wow. Yahoo. 2 top FDA officials resigned over the Biden administration's. Thank you, bro. These motherfuckers. CNN doesn't want to report. 2 days ago, CNN doesn't want to report on this shit? Look at this. CNN's not fucking reporting on that. Fox News ain't reporting on it. June 10th. June 10th, bro. This is from June. 1 day ago. 2 days ago. July. 3 FDA advisors resigned over Alzheimer's drug. I guess that's a common thing. With Biden pushing booster shots. Ooh, they don't like the booster shots, huh? Oh, Fox is reporting on it. My bad. Fox was the first one reporting on it. Because it makes Biden look bad. That's why CNN's not reporting on it. Dude. CNN's not reporting on it because it makes Biden look bad. That should piss you the fuck off. AK Master, sorry I doubted you at all over that. Thank you for bringing me that. Mainstream media has a certain agenda. Dude, it's Fox, and then the next one I've heard of is Business Insider. Then New York Times. Not really. Fox Business is reporting on it, though. This president is a freaking joke. I tell you what, man. This aside, what I'm talking about right now, Joe Biden is senile. Don't let anybody tell you differently. I'm a guy who I've been through 3 grandparents with Alzheimer's, now my father with Alzheimer's. Look, when people have Alzheimer's, they live the last years of their lives in nursing homes. And inside nursing homes, you get senile people as well as Alzheimer's patients, right? So I was exposed to all of those people. And I'm telling you, there were plenty of fucking Joe Bidens. Plenty. 2 FDA officials apparently... You know, ones who thought they could run upstairs and shit. You know, they thought they were trying to impress somebody, and they didn't have to. Because they're losing their fucking mind.
Currently resigning in anger after the White House allegedly got out in front on its authorized booster shots for the vaccinated. What's up with this? Dr. Mark Siegel's here to break that story down. Doc, good morning to you. What's up with the resignations? What was the rub here?
Well, Bill, Marion Gruber is the head of the Vaccine Research and Review Division, and she's been there for over 20 years. And it's a combination of things where the messaging is coming out of the White House and not out of the FDA, and also out of NIH. Tony Fauci and Dr. Collins, Francis Collins, have said, hey, we may have the vaccines for the 5 to 11-year-olds in a couple of months. Well, FDA hasn't reviewed the data yet. And with the boosters, the president himself said, we're going to get boosters in a month. And their FDA is like, wait, we haven't reviewed the data yet. And they're under fire. There's a lot of confusion there. There's a lot of finger pointing. And my source, former Deputy Commissioner Peter Pitt, says that Janet Woodcock herself, the acting commissioner, is under attack You know, Joe Manchin has accused her of presiding over the opioid epidemic, and she's not yet permanent, and her temporary status is going to run out. So this is a mess for the administration right now.
Okay, confusing. You mentioned the word. Indeed it is. Has Delta leveled off in a way that was predicted, Doctor, in a way that happened, I do believe, in India and in the UK at one point?
Well, it's starting to level off, but, you know, over the last 24 hours here, there was 200,000 cases, new cases, and in the UK, there's an upswing again. The good news, and again, this applies to the boosters, by the way, where all of this squabbling occurred. In Israel, we're now seeing a study, Bill, which shows 70% decrease in cases 2 weeks after getting that booster in Israel. So it's starting to look like, even if the administration was ahead of their skis here, we may very well be heading for boosters in the next month or so. They may have actually called it right. That's extremely good news coming out of Israel, that the boosters appear to do something dramatic.
Okay, relative to us, though, right? Our numbers were going up, and then they seem to hit a plateau. Are they still there now, or are they receding?
They're going back up again, but the hospitalization numbers, which is what I look at the most, have plateaued at around 100,000 around the United States. That's what's most important. Can our hospitals function? Can they see other patients besides COVID? How full are the ICUs? I've been talking to people in Florida, in Mississippi, in Louisiana, and these states, Alabama, these states got hit really, really hard. They are getting control over it in the hospitals. That is improving. That's a big, big improvement. Plus, and most importantly, huge vaccine uptake in those states now is helping enormously to dampen the curve of Delta.
Okay, all right. Two more questions here now. Scott Gottlieb used to run the FDA, right? He says, you know, get the vaccine. The immunity may not last, so even if you've had COVID, still get the vaccine. Does that make sense to you medically?
Yes, completely. I agree with Scott on this, and I know him well. It's because all of this attention to natural immunity, and you know, Bill, I've been talking about this for months and months and months, that the government's been overlooking the power of natural immunity. The problem is we don't have strong data beyond 6 months. It also varies from person to person. What we do know is that if you get a shot of the mRNA vaccine on top of that natural immunity, you get a really durable immunity with 10 times the amount of antibodies than you have without it. That's the way to go, if possible, at least one shot. But, you know, when they're talking about vaccine passports, they're making a mistake because they're not factoring in that if you had COVID, if you get over COVID and you have antibodies to show, you're not going to infect anyone.
Okay, all right, fair point there. And last point from me. They did a survey. 52% of the companies say they're going to mandate their employees to have the vaccine. What do you think of that?
Well, Bill, I'll tell you, I'm not against companies deciding they need to do what they need to do to stay open and stay safe. I'm against the government doing that. I'm not against private businesses doing that. But I would caution the point I just made. What about someone, you're going to really let somebody not come into your establishment who has immunity from having had COVID or got one shot and has partial immunity? You know, how are you going to do that? I'm not against the idea of everyone being vaccinated. I want everyone vaccinated, and I want businesses to have control over that, not the government.
Well, interesting story crossed overnight. Bob Boone, well known, the Boone family in Major League Baseball. He's a leading executive for the Washington Nationals. He resigned. He walked away, said, I'm not going to get the shot. The team required it for him, and he said, no thanks. So we're going to be tracking these stories, and we'll bring you back to talk more about that. Thank you, Doc. Go ahead.
Maybe frequent testing, Bill. Frequent testing may be the answer to that point. Frequent testing for people who won't take the vaccine.
All right, point noted. Thank you, Dr. Mark Siegel.
What? Chip, you're just fucking lying, dude, to my audience now. Hey, Chip. It's not true the states with the most vaccines have the highest cases, okay? Now you're just a fucking liar. No, you can't respect him for that, Nick. He's a fucking liar. No, Chip, you don't take anything seriously. You're fucking lying. You just said the states with the most vaccinations have the highest cases. That's straight fucking bullshit, motherfucker. All right, now you're a cunt. All right, Chip. Now you're just cunt. Don't fucking respect him, Nick. Fuck that cunt, motherfucker. I gotta feed my fucking pussycat. Right now. Give me a second. I got you. Right here. Special beef feast here for that. Motherfucker come in here lying to you and you say you respect him for that, bro. Read what he said. That motherfucker just said the states with the highest vaccination rates have the highest amount of cases. Holy fucking shit. AGC, what's up, man? Yeah, AGC, I understand. I get you, bro. I understand. You know, the whole poors versus the wealthy. Dude, I totally get that. You know? That's why I want everyone to get vaccinated, so there is no separation. There's no class separation. If everybody got vaccinated, there wouldn't be separation like that. You know? The vaccinations work. You know, this motherfucking cunt that just came in here with his bullshit just lied to the whole fucking audience. And I hope Nick, you know, goes and sources that shit out. You know, you want me to go do it, bro? Do I need to actually do that? Do I need to fact check that for you guys? Or are you cool? You guys know, right? How dare you? So you guys know. We talk about it on here all the time. States with the least amount of vaccinations are going fucking crazy with COVID. Everybody, that's what we've been talking about in the news. No, exactly. He's not taking it seriously. Exactly, Nick. Thank you. Where'd he go? Where'd cunt go? Where'd you cunt? Where'd you go? Where'd you cunt? Where'd you go? Where'd you cunt? Where did you go? Where did you cunt? Where did you go? Where did you cunt? Where did you go? Where did you cunt? Where did you go? Your audio is only on the left side. No, dude. How's that? Did that fix it? It's only on the left side? How dare you? Huh. How dare you? I do see something going on with this. I've got stereo coupon. Dude, did something disconnect? Everything seems to be plugged in, man. I don't know. You guys, is it only one side? My audio is only coming in on one side? Wait, I'm putting out digital audio left and right. I'm totally putting out left and right digital audio. Hey, man. Yo, Tonic and Sales, I think it's you. No. I'm putting out, yeah, one of them is a little louder. I can see that one of them is a little louder. But it shouldn't, you should definitely be hearing it in stereo, man, because it's putting out like 0 dB, both of them. Nick, both sides. I mean, if I go, I see it, both sides. Left and right. Left. Right. Left. You guys hear those taps, right? You guys hear those taps? Harles, why don't you stay inside the house, man? Why don't you stay inside the house, Harles? Man, I wonder if Bitcoin's going to spike up, guys. Yes. Yeah, the black one is a little lower. Dude, you are fucking all over that shit. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can fix that. All right. Hold on, it's a little too high. Actually, I should lower them both. Here, let's do this. Because I think I'm a little too loud. I've been clipping. Check. Okay, here. We'll lower this one. Yeah, we'll lower them. Lower, 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 lower. Lower, lower, lower. That should be freaking A perfect. How's that? Thanks for helping me with that, man. How is that? Does that balance them out perfectly? Because it looks good on my end. And it looks like it's not distorting. I could make it louder. Do you guys want me to make it louder? It's perfect. Perfectly balanced. Thanks for telling me, man, because you know I'm doing music in here and shit. I want the audio to be good. Good. I'm OCD like that too. And I could see that one was louder than the other, but I didn't think you guys would be able to tell from the little bit that they were off. But now they're like almost perfect. Left side, right side, center. Center. Left side, right side. Whatever. Nobody cares. I was thinking about doing some dabs. Good. The cat's going to lay down and go to sleep. That's good. I don't want him outside. Likes the little blankets I laid out there for him. Anyhow, look, guys. Generally, when my show gets this few people, I shut the show off. Because what it tells me is that I've lost y'all's interest. So, you guys take care, and I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys take care of yourselves. Bye, everybody. Keep it open, play ball. I'm off. Oh, you're gonna smoke one with me? No more, and I get fined 1 hour of designated exercise time. Wait, no, I'll smoke with you, AGC. Dude, you get 1 hour of designated exercise time, bro? Dude, that is... Dude. Dude, 1 hour? What the fuck, bro? Dude, what the fuck? That's some Logan's Run shit, man. That's some prison shit. Oh my god. They've lost their minds, man. Like you say, insanity. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is for all. Cheers, and let's smoke for Australia to come to their senses, man. They've gone way too far with this bullshit, and it really does need to stop now. So, cheers, you guys.
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
It starts with an F.
Yeah. That was great, wasn't it? All right, AGC. Dave C, fuck you. Getting high. Dave C. Hell yeah. You. Dude, Bitcoin has gone up on a rise. To rise, to rise, to rise. Somebody said, "What's your favorite nut?" Almonds, peanuts. I was gonna tweet them and say, "Mine in your mouth." What do you guys think? Good tweet. Would that be a good tweet? MOUF. Do you think it's crazy to try to get to Costa Rica in 2 weeks? Bob, I have no idea where that is coming from. You are psychotic. I have no idea what you're talking about. I keep seeing the meme where it says Biden is everything you thought Trump was. Biden is everything you thought Trump was. That's true. Patrick John Welder, I mean, they are both. That's why I didn't vote for either of them. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. But I will give Biden this. At least he's speaking out against what's going on in Texas with the abortion thing. I'll give him that. Dude, where the fuck is dark mode on this motherfucker? Holy shit, you're killing me with that bright light. Jesus fucking Christ. Dark mode for the win, son. For the win, son. Man, I'm at 12% in my portfolio, everybody. My crypto portfolio is 12%, and it's mostly because of Cardano. Then Polygon, then Ethereum. Cardano, Matic, Ethereum, Harmony One, Doge, Polkadot, Engine. Those are the ones making me the most profit right now. XRP is not bad. It's in the top 10, just about. Yeah, it is the 10th out of the top 10. XRP. Watching the show made me thousands in crypto. Dude, I'm putting that on my fucking Twitter right now. Holy shit, thank you, bro. I really appreciate you for saying that. Oh my god. Nick Brown just liked my tweet right when I tweeted it. Andy retweeted me. At the Crypto Lark. Dude, you are awesome. You retweeted me at the Crypto Lark. Thank you, man. Retweet me at Coin Bureau. Scott liked to reply that and Sam Cedar. Anthony liked my BitBoy Crypto. What? The Moon Carl. What, dude? You're awesome, bro. Thank you, man. Now I can retweet you. See, when you do that, then I can retweet you. That's fucking awesome. Scott. Foxy little lady, it says in her profile. That's funny. Dude, I got ratioed pretty bad on Twitter, you guys, because you guys won't support me. You guys won't go out of your way on Twitter to support me, so I end up getting ratioed by motherfuckers. I've got solid picks. Thanks, buddy. We're at 49.6 right now, guys, on Bitcoin. It's going up. It's nice. Oh. Huh. Somebody just said no to me, and he gets fucking 4 likes. More than you guys will give me on my shit. You fuckers. Jesus fucking fucknut. Somebody told me to eat a dick, and they got like 10 likes on it. Monique Keener, I am banned. You're banned from Twitter, Monique? Why? How'd you get banned? Chris, thanks for hitting the like button. I don't understand if they're locked down in Australia, how people are still catching fucking COVID. Chip, I don't understand what you're talking about. If Christian men could get pregnant, you'd be able to get abortions in church lobbies. That's worth retweeting, dude. That's fucking hilarious. The thing that sickens me, though, are the women that'll take this shit. Oh, you never tried Twitter? It's pretty fun. You're the problem. You're my problem, see? Because you won't go on Twitter. I can't get any fucking support from some crazy motherfuckers. My audience won't sign up for notifications. They won't go through my page and fucking click all my shit. So my shit's good, man. I'm not just putting up bullshit, dude. My shit's all really good. Thank you, Nick. Coin Bureau, hell yeah. You got that shit, bro. AP News. Look at you tweeting at AP fucking News. So arguing with a right-wing dude, he made a gun comment thinking I'm anti-gun. Oh. The same thing happened with Bernie, bitch. Monique. Isn't that crazy? You're not anti-gun, you're anti-assholes? Me too. For work from Florida? Really, Monique? You're driving to the West Coast? Jesus Christ, that's a hell of a drive. Be careful. What part of the West Coast are you going to? He wants to go outside. Go on. There you go. Oh. Yeah, I'm tame tonight because my audience isn't here. You're a pet courier? You're going to Washington? Wow. You're a pet courier. Wow, you could take my dog back to Florida and my dog and my cat back to Florida for me and I could fly there. That would be cool. My puppy. God, that's got to be expensive, huh? What does it cost to get your animal couriered across the country? What? Dude, this guy was 75,000 followers on Twitter. The ex-Binance SVP blockchain philanthropist strategic advisor. He's the ex-Binance SVP. He liked my tweet on Twitter, guys. It was the one from Patrick John Welder that said, watching this show made me thousands in crypto. So thank you, Nay. Well, son of a bitch, I better start doing a show then, shouldn't I? I'm sitting here all like drooling. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Jared Wynn liked my fucking retweet, my tweet. Jared Wynn, everybody. He's got 75,500 followers on Twitter. Are you fucking kidding me? How did he see my tweet? How did he see my tweet? Dude. Did you tweet this at Binance, bro? Nick, did you tweet that at Binance? Holy shit. One quote tweet. Coin Bureau. Oh, you sent it to freaking Crypto Lark, Carl. Bro, that's how you got that guy's attention, because he's got to follow all those guys, I bet. It worked. Nick, it worked. Your retweet worked, bro. Dude. It was you, Nick. It was you, man. I knew it was you, Nick. I knew it was you. I gotta do a big bong hit in honor of Nick. Nick, bro. Thank you so much. Do you guys see tweeting works, man? This guy used to work for Binance. It's freaking crazy. He's got 75,000 followers on Twitter, man. You blew my mind, bro. Smoking some Jack Harrer, man. Yo, Enoch says, how dare you? You're very good, yo. Do you like that? Little hybrid impression there. A dual hybrid impression. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isn't isms for all. Cheers, everybody. Nick, this is for you. Thank you so much for that, brother. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you. Look what you did. Look what you did. You didn't think you could do it. You didn't think you could do it, and you did it. That guy does not follow me. Just so you know, Nick, he does not follow me. He saw that because you tweeted it at Coin Bureau, BitBoy, Crypto, The Moon Carl, and Crypto Lark. And I'll bet you it was because he probably follows Crypto Lark. Because out of all those guys, Crypto Lark's the best. Even though Coin Bureau is pretty goddamn good too. The Moon Carl and BitBoy Crypto are more gimmicky, but they're good. Cheers. Well, I just got to say, shout out to Jared Wynn, SVP. I don't know what an SVP is. Senior Vice President? Ex-Binance Senior Vice President? Is that what that is? Dude, come on. Dude, this guy podcasts? Anthony Jared Wynn. He's a guest. Dude, we can watch him on video. Holy shit, he's getting interviewed, bro. What? 42-minute interview. Okay. Here we go.
All right, guys, bang, bang. I'm here with Jared. We got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. This is part 2, if you will, of a interview series with Binance Charity. There's a whole bunch of stuff that they're working on. That I think
Let me see when this was.
Kind of highlight and
February 2020.
To do this.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
A year before I got into crypto.
All right, let's start with your background and kind of how you got into crypto, and then we'll get into what you guys do with finance.
Yeah, absolutely. So, my whole life, I always wanted to be a teacher. That was my passion. I enjoyed teaching people. I enjoyed the thrill of helping people make those connections and understand something that they previously couldn't. And, I went through school with that ambition, started going into college as a mathematics major, found that it wasn't exactly the direction I wanted to go in for a couple reasons. One being it wasn't exactly lucrative. And That said, I ended up making a major pivot in my life. I switched over to a business major, and at the same time, I started in my sales career in tech. And I went through, got my business and marketing degree, and I really found that like I made a connection between being able to teach people about technology, something that might not have been easily comprehended prior, because I'm a tech nerd at heart. I'm geeky, I'm a gamer, I love all aspects of technology. So to be able to help people to understand it is something truly fascinating to me. So as I kind of climbed through the ladder, I worked at multiple tech startups throughout the Silicon Valley, in different marketing and sales capacities, and sales training really is what kind of...
You guys could tweet this show at Jared Wayne if you want to.
That, I started to learn cryptocurrency in about 2015, and I saw, that cryptocurrency provided something that we didn't have, and where we work with humans,
I love that he's got 2 coffee mugs in front of him.
Most other things are not random by nature. Human behavior is. And what I loved about blockchain was it eliminated that random human nature. I mean, there's always that teetering point of trust as to when somebody's going to behave in one direction or the other. And what I loved about blockchain was it eliminated that. And no longer did you have a brand of trust, but you had a system of trust. And I just... seeing what blockchain can do and seeing what type of news is out there and what type of news could be out there with some of the positive impacts that we don't hear about is what really fueled my fire to get more engaged in this space.
Got it. What when you first saw crypto and Bitcoin, what kind of caught your attention? Like, what was that thing that pulled you down the rabbit hole?
So if anyone really says
Killer GB
Bitcoin is not related to the money aspect of it, I mean, there's always that component. I mean, people operate on incentive, and my incentive, as many others,
looks like I'm peeking in on a screen
that otherwise is making people rich. It caused that intrigue, and that was my initial kind of interest to it. Once I dove a little bit deeper, though, I found like it wasn't necessarily just the opportunity to make money, it was the underlying technology, and I found
X
it
is at
difficult
28
for
cents.
myself
Right
to
on, bro.
interpret the technology by my own, so that's why if I run into those situations where I can't understand something, I dedicate an hour a day to try to learn more about it, little by little, until I get that click. And once I have that, I'm usually just full on board.
Yeah, I think it's Parker Lewis from Unchained Capital who says came for the money but stayed for the money, right? Yes. Meaning that came for like the personal financial gain. And then
what was it, Authentics? What was it before?
Money, why is it important? Yada yada yada. And then all of a sudden you realize, hey, this is actually a really, really big deal, and so people stick around for the money,
absolutely,
outside of financial gain. Very cool. So let's talk about kind of blockchain technology and charity. I know something that you're passionate about and something that you've been spending more and more time on. Maybe just help us understand, like, what are the problems in the traditional philanthropic area that you think that blockchain technologies can solve, and then we can get into some of the specific examples.
Definitely. So, we've all heard the stories about corruption in charity, and whenever there's something good or something with great power, I feel that corruption always follows. And we have that demonstration in crypto. We've seen it with ICOs. We've seen all of these things that kind of raised out of it, and unfortunately, humans are creatures that kind of flock to negative media. It's our fear, our flight mechanism. When we see something that otherwise can challenge us or otherwise is going to be, could be painful, we want to learn about it, so otherwise we don't fall victim to it. Unfortunately, it's our Achilles heel. And with charity specifically, I'll give an example of the Red Cross in Haiti. There was about
26, it's 28 now.
$125 million was dedicated to overhead expenses, which is a pretty significant amount. When you think about it, it really shouldn't take that much effort to give somebody money.
What goes into overhead expenses?
There's going to be salaries. There's going to be, of course, the transfer agents. There's a number of things that goes into it.
I don't understand how 1-to-1 is free ERC. How many free ERC 20s do you get?
But to say that $125 million is required to get from point A to point B, I know a lot that could have been done with $125 million, but if you go even a little bit further down that rabbit hole, of the remaining $375 million, there was only 6 houses that were reconstructed. And
what?
Yes, and that was actually posted online. I believe the Wall Street Journal had made a post about that. And
wow.
So there's a lot of unsolved or kind of unknown as to what happened in that catastrophe specifically. Like, if there's $500 million, unless they're only building 6 mansions, there's obviously a lot that could have been done with that. And Where blockchain really can kind of help with this is
How many,
you
though?
hand your money to Red Cross.
You're saying free coins, but how many?
How much ends up in the end beneficiary's
How many free
hands
coins
is
you
roughly
get?
About $20. With blockchain, we at Binance, what we're really trying to do is not only empower people with those funds, we
Pulse
create
chain.
wallets on their behalf. We put the money directly into that wallet, so there's end-to-end transparency. But then we take it a step further and we educate on how to access those funds, how to convert it to fiat in their local currencies. And that's really the fascinating part is that the people in these communities, they haven't even had computers. They haven't had internet. Now they're getting cell phones and they're getting cryptocurrency wallets. So it's that leapfrog effect in which they are skipping an entire generation of technology.
Yeah, so for those that didn't listen to the first part with Helen from Binance Charity, essentially what you guys are doing is you're creating wallets. You're handing them to people, I'll say in need, right? Because it could be a whole bunch of different reasons as to why they're getting this. They are the recipients of the philanthropic contributions that someone somewhere else is contributing. And part of the value here is Binance Charity is covering 100% of the operational, Binance is covering 100% of the operational cost of Binance Charity. So every dollar or every BNB or every Bitcoin, whatever you contribute through Binance Charity, 100% of that is being received by one of those people in need. And so rather than that $100, only $20 makes it to the final recipient. Here, $100 makes it. And then obviously using blockchain and digital wallets, the contributor can actually track and know exactly.
You mean however many you own and you're willing to put on their Pulse network, right? You've got to store your coin. You got to transfer your coins into the Pulse network. That's what you're saying, right? And however many coins you transfer in, I mean, I'm not going to transfer all my shit into there. You know, what have you transferred in? And they've raised 25 mil. That's awesome.
Exactly where their money went, which is a kind of a really big thing, I think, from a confidence standpoint of just I want to understand that I'm making an impact. Now that I can track it, I obviously have a higher degree of confidence, and hopefully that will actually lead to more contributions from people.
Absolutely. And, you know, as I mentioned earlier, blockchain is an excellent means of eliminating that trust factor. But there's always going to be some part of human interaction that's required in this process. And I think at that point, the Binance name really helps with that, knowing that, you know, you're working with one of the major companies in the blockchain space. And if you were ever to trust somebody with that last mile transition, I don't see a better name than Binance to be able to help with that.
Yeah. And another thing that I think is pretty interesting here is I think it's Alex Gladstein, the Chief Strategy Officer from the Human Rights Foundation.
So what? You're saying it's there automatically, and all I have to do is go to Pulse Network and collect my shit that's already sitting there waiting for me? Is that what you're telling me? Have you already done this?
Said to me, he goes, look, part of the reason why Bitcoin specifically is what he was talking about, but just I think crypto even in general can have such an impact on philanthropic aid is a lot of times when you go and you give the money to an organization like you're talking about, there's just overhead costs. But what he...
Bro, I own a ton of fucking ERC-20s. I've got thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of ERC-20 coins. Just like if you had Bitcoin, you got Bcash for free. Is there Bcash sitting somewhere waiting for me because I've got Bitcoin?
I wanted to really highlight was there's a lot of corruption that occurs as well. So when you donate money somewhere, they usually put it into some sort of government bank account. There's usually, you know, what I'll put in air quotes, a tax by somebody somewhere, whether it's the leader of that country or that local region or the owner of the bank or whatever. There's money that kind of gets taken out. And then it goes through it like a waterfall, right? There's a bunch of money and taxes and all the stuff that occurs, and you end up getting a very low percentage, right? In some cases, 20%, a little bit higher, a little bit lower to the end recipient. And so his whole thing was transparency is important for the contributor, but also I think what he was really excited about was the ability to circumvent potential points of failure or potential points of corruption. So now all of a sudden you're not giving the money to the government,
Oh, before the fourth.
Country,
I
or
gotcha.
local region. You're giving it directly to the recipient, and so you're actually reducing the incentive for a nefarious actor to do something, right? They literally cannot do that because now a contributor can directly give to the recipient, which I think is a really powerful thing.
Yo, Leroy, what's up?
If you're
Yes.
not aware of how some of this works, you just
Yes,
you don't
it's
know the
me.
problem, right? But once you understand the problem, then the solution becomes pretty
It's
obvious,
me,
and it's
your
actually
father.
pretty exciting.
Absolutely, and yeah, you hit the nail on the head. The less hands that are in the bucket, so to speak, the less opportunity there is for a grab. And when there's that, that's when you have the opportunity to do something really pure. And it's very infrequent that you have an opportunity where, without going to Africa and handing somebody $100 bill, that's the closest of an equivalent that you can get to this amount of transparency.
Yeah. What do you think? So you mentioned that some of these people that are on the receiving end of the philanthropic efforts, right? They've never had a computer before. They've never had internet access, all this stuff, and now they're getting mobile devices, internet connectivity, etc. I think there's a lot of people who would say, look, how are these people going to go from I don't have internet access, I don't have connectivity, to now I'm going to be using cryptocurrencies and digital wallets, right? A lot of folks in the United States, for example, don't know how digital wallets work. They don't know how cryptocurrency works.
Dude, there's a learning curve. It's true. When you get on these apps and shit, man, you know how to do most of that shit because you've been doing it half your fucking life. These people aren't going to understand. This is a great question. The P coins are going to have their own value completely different from their ERC20 counterpart. But why wouldn't people choose to use the same coin on a cheaper network? We'll see how it goes. In order to get pulse. Huh. Authentics right on.
How do you think about the education process and kind of how those individuals who are just now getting connectivity,
the learning curve,
can kind of leapfrog some of the folks who have had internet connectivity in the developed world for a long time?
So it's, if you think about it this way, there's, like I mentioned, everybody has their motivations. Everybody's incentivized by certain things. And if I were to go door to door, knocking on people's doors, trying to educate them on Bitcoin, I'd be treated just as though I was some sort of religious evangelist and get a lot of doors closed in my face because they don't have the need for it. But when you go into a situation where there's a demand or there's just a need, and Helen spoke about this just recently, was the bottom billion. Those individuals specifically will, in my belief, be the main drivers of Bitcoin adoption because at this point, there's nothing more of a drive than hunger or just those basic needs. I mean, Maslow outlined it very well, in which there's, your hierarchy of needs. And if one of those aren't being met, that being, your food, your security, or just your general health and hygiene, you're at a point where the demand is now much higher. And in the balance of supply and demand, if somebody needs it desperately, it would be amazing to think what the human body or what the human mind is capable of in those situations. And if you have no choice, if it's whether or not I'm going to have dinner for my family tonight, or if I'm going to have sanitary pads or not, I'm going to learn what is necessary. I have a great amount of incentive of survival, and for that reason, I think that's going to be the driver of Bitcoin and just crypto adoption in general, is just that general demand or that absolute.
He's not addressing that properly, man. You have to make the software easier for people to use, man. You can't use software that assumes people understand how to slide shit. How to do all the things that you've been doing for years on cell phones. These people haven't used cell phones, man. He's not addressing the issue at all here.
Absolute need to survive.
Yeah, it's very similar to what happened with mobile banking in general across a number of nations in Africa, for example, but elsewhere, where it's almost like
I'm going to check out the rest of this later.
Notions. They have no kind of elite.
But I'm really excited that guy, Jared Wynn, liked my tweet on Twitter. That's freaking awesome. It was just a copy and paste of where are you? Patrick John Welder saying, I made money watching your podcast. You're awesome. I would hope that you guys would make money watching this podcast. That's what this is for. That's what those pics are for right there, man. That's what everything is listed there for. To show you what I've invested in. and to offer you guys the same path if you so choose it. So it's there for you. All right, I gotta get out of here. You guys are great. I love y'all. I will see you guys soon, tomorrow, whenever. You guys take care. Love you guys. I hope he sees my tweet. Nick, I hope he sees your tweet too, bro. He already saw one of your tweets, bro. You were the one that got his attention, man. It was you. He would have never seen that had you not retweeted at all those people. Oh, that's awesome, man. I'll retweet your tweet right there. That's awesome, bro. The hate show with no typo. I love it. All right, you guys take care. Look into Pulse. Authentics, you come in here and you tell me when it's open, okay? Just keep coming back to my show. Jared. Damn, I missed it. Sorry, Nay. Right on, Jared. Man, I gotta say, Jared Wynn, Jared Blanchett. What are the chances? Jared Wynn is the senior, the ex-Binance senior vice president. And your name is Jared Blanchett. I love watching your shows. Jared Blanchett, thank you so much. That's so nice of you to come in and say these nice things to me. I kind of want to keep listening to this conversation, man. You guys want to keep going here? Since you guys don't want me to shut down.
Allegiances to certain technologies or mechanisms to interact with the financial system, everything's cash.
Right.
And so now all of a sudden, what they're able to do is they're able to leapfrog because the very first time that they ever deal with quote-unquote
I don't like this
banking,
setup.
it has to be better than the United States.
Right.
Right. There's no kind of legacy technology there, et cetera, which I think is exciting. The other question is, I get, okay, Binance or some other group will create a digital wallet, give it to somebody. Now a contributor can give currency to that end recipient. How does that end recipient use the cryptocurrency, right? It's a component of, I've got a digital wallet, maybe I can figure out how to send it to somebody else, but what about with merchants and kind of merchant adoption and all of that?
So with merchant adoption, I think that's one of the major bottlenecks to just mass adoption. And
Merchant
without
adoption.
one of my previous jobs was to train inside sales personnel. And what these inside sales personnel would do is they would call at least 500 small medium businesses per day in efforts of selling them a cost-saving voice over IP system. And in their minds and in my mind and anybody else who knows the full offering, that is a major savings of money. You could go from spending $150 a month to spending $20 a month. And there's an immediate demand for that. But the thing is as soon as you call somebody, you're immediately at a point of value transfer where they aren't going to want to hear it until you can get something out there fast enough for them to be interested in hearing more. And they'll be quick to hang up. So to be able to penetrate a market like small, medium business and to get the mass market interested in that adoption is going to take a lot. And perhaps it might be something where they have no other choice to do it. Maybe we're put in an economic situation where that's a mandate. But just again, in order to really understand what will drive that and what will get that to happen, you really have to think, like in Africa, is that going to be more of a demand? Is that going to be another thing? Just as in Venezuela, you see paper money littering the streets. The leapfrog effect is either going to completely swallow the existing currency system of what they're doing, or we have another thing in place, and that's Binance Uganda, in which we'll actually assist them in converting from the cryptocurrency to their local fiat, and they'll be able to then do transactions as normal,
Yeah.
which is that's the safeguard of it. hopefully, who knows what will happen in 5 years. We're in a very young market, but I could see it as just as
No, I've never listened to Richard Hart. I don't know who that is.
mentioning, in those situations of desperate need where perhaps fiat is less than desirable, then we're going to have no choice but then to adopt these cryptocurrencies.
Yeah. What about in the United States? Right. I know a lot of people who say, "Hey, look, I believe that there's billions of people around the world that need help. Everything from the Australian brush fires to countries in Africa, etc. But I want to help here in the United States. I think part of kind of your focus with Binance is here domestically. Like, how are you guys thinking about various charities and philanthropic efforts here at home in the kind of Western world?
Yeah, and that's a very good point that you bring up. And I read a shocking study that only 80 to 90% of Americans actually end up traveling outside of the United States. We're a very endocentric culture in which there's not really so much of a need to go out, but I personally would say that there is a need. And as such, given that we don't get a ton of outside cultural experiences, I mean, you may as well put one of the Hungry Children's commercials with a Sarah McLachlan commercial behind it, and that's going to be, I mean, everybody at least knows that these things are happening outside the United States. And there's a great propensity to help, and it's also a very cost-effective way to help outside of the United States. But I think you're absolutely right, in which there is a demand, there's a need to really drive some of these philanthropic efforts in the United States. Those being, I mean, there were fires in California. There's a major homelessness crisis, the opioid crisis. There are many ways that we can help closer to home, and that's actually one of the main reasons that I'm coming on with Binance, is to really drive those initiatives to get close to home. Because if you think about it, I slightly alluded earlier that people have flocked to this negative attention regarding Bitcoin, about cryptocurrency, and most people think Bitcoin is blockchain, and when in actuality there's much more to it. So to get people to really not be afraid, and I mean, if you ask anybody about Bitcoin who hasn't really involved, they're like, oh, I know people who lost money in that, or I know people who lost their mortgages in that. The biggest striking emotions, the thought of losing a home can strike anybody in the heart. And that's what people are going to remember. They're going to remember how something made them feel. So, in other words, what my thoughts are is that focusing on U.S. philanthropic efforts is what's going to drive some additional media towards Bitcoin in the way that it needs to, or towards blockchain in the way that it needs to be able to demonstrate that there's some pure benevolent capacities of blockchain. And I believe that if we can get some real impacts, and we're working with a number of foundations to try to pilot this opportunity. The Gleason Foundation is one. We're also working in communications with Make-A-Wish Foundation. The thing that we run into is that we have
Right on, Authentics.
And that mission is that the money goes directly into the hands of the end beneficiaries. And so what we need is we need partners. We need partners that are willing to basically shake hands with us and allow us to take lead in communicating directly with the end beneficiaries, helping them in the conversion from crypto to fiat. We'll facilitate the entire process. In fact, we'll sponsor the entire process and handle all development costs. But we need somebody who can come into this as a mutual partner and drive that same initiative and ensure that the end beneficiaries receive 100% of the donation, not 90%, not 95, or even 99 for that matter, but 100% of it.
Yeah, and I guess part of that is the mechanism is the same as it would be in other countries, where you would give the digital wallet to the end user and then people could track the funds, etc.
Correct.
Got it. And then what would be the role of, whether it's Make-A-Wish or Gleason Foundation or any other nonprofit? Like, how would they help facilitate, or what would their role be in that partnership?
Their role in that partnership would be connecting us with the end beneficiaries. We ultimately, if you go to Binance.charity, you'll see a list of charities and a list of projects. Most of those projects are currently in Uganda. What we would end up doing then is creating a wallet, one dedicated wallet in which people can send their donations to, and with that we would have a smart contract or a code in place that would then divide and distribute to the end beneficiaries of that project directly. And I was speaking with somebody last night who, sadly, their wife has had ALS and is bedridden. They were in a situation where, and if you've heard about the Gleason Foundation or heard about Gleason's story, which you can stream it on Prime, it's an absolutely beautiful yet devastating story. They waited a very long time before they could even get a device that allowed their wife to communicate. in which if once ALS really takes effect, you lose all bodily control, including the ability to speak. There are devices that you can use that you literally use your eyes to be able to speak and communicate again. And the worst part about that disease is that you're fully cognizant. You're fully aware of everything around, but you're trapped in your body and unable to speak. So those initiatives in itself, if we were to create something with the Gleason Foundation, we would work to say, okay, hand us, the people that have been on the bottom of this list, the people that have been waiting the longest, if there's 100 of them, if the device is $15,000, we'll slowly stack each of those accounts until they're at that threshold that they're able to actually purchase one of those devices. And that's where we really want to make these success stories. And, there's different tax liabilities and things of that, but
it's too bad the devices cost so much, too, All right, I'm going to keep listening to this, but I'm going to do it off of here. You guys are great. Yeah, I don't know who he talks like. I was trying to figure out who you were talking about, Nick. I don't know who he talks like. But anyway, Bitcoin's at 49,650. Pretty cool. I'll keep my eye on it. And you guys, come on over to Twitter, man. I'm at Twitter, at Nays Garden on Twitter. All right? Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye now. You too, Nick. Take care, everybody.